And I pulled him on it after, and I said, like, how do you get away with that? Like, how do you do that? Like, nobody's supposed to do that. Like, I've been like allowed to believe that what you say to a patient is something that they want to hear. He said, no, I tell them what like they need to hear from the get-go. It's the only way I can get their trust. And the fact that I tell them I don't know from that, and he said, half the time I do know, and I know exactly it'll be like Wednesday the 17th, you'll be back on the field. He said, but much of what I do to get their respect in me is confidently tell them I don't know, but the minute I do know, I'll let you know. Where do you want this to go? And it's kind of that, it's that type of authority, it's that type of confidence that if you look at, I think personally the PT profession, we don't have. So that needed to have stopped. It needs to go back to the you know, the certainty and the confidence to go, sit down. What do you want? Do you want to be out of here as fast as possible, or do you want the right outcome? Rather than, yeah, I'll get you out. The girl who does that, right, and I've seen it in my office, and it'll still go on to this day. And everybody needs to be reminded that they're doing it. Ultimately, we're all doing it for approval.
Yeah. No, she desperately wants to be liked.
We all do, and this is the point. This is what I'm trying to raise to you before we even get into all of this shit. Like, this is easy. Until you understand all of this, and understand that most of your behaviors are naturally, and mine included, coming from a place where you want to be liked and loved. You want to be liked by everybody rather than respected. That doc didn't give a shit whether that player liked them or not. He's like, I don't care. Like, I'll be here tomorrow. I'll pick up my wages and I'm doing my job. I don't need this person to like me. What I want you to do is respect me. And that's a big, 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 big difference. And when I kind of continued the conversation with him, I realized it wasn't what he was saying that the patient was after, it was how he was saying it. So if he'd have said to that footballer that day, so I'm the footballer and I've torn my ACL, I'm like, doc, when will I be back, right? Look, I've got kids, I've got a mortgage, I've got 3 cars on finance, you know, I've got a huge loan to pay, I need to know when I'm back. If he'd have said, I'm not quite sure, but I'll let you know. At that point, it's game over, lost, right, completely gone. Because he looked him dead in the eye and said, do you know what, I have absolutely no clue, but I'll let you know as soon as I do. He didn't know, the patient, the player didn't know how to deal with that, and he was like, oh. And the more I read up on it years later and I understood it, he didn't actually hear what was said. This is the science. He didn't hear what was said, he just saw and heard how it was. And he saw somebody who looked him dead in the eye and said, I don't know, but when I do, I will tell you. In a way that he could believe in and trust. From that moment on, in 0.2 seconds, the trust of that doc is earned. Done. And at every point now, when the player then would say, oh, is this going to work? The doc would say, yeah, absolutely. The player would go, well, all right, I believe this, because when I asked him a question last time, he didn't know, he told me. But he told me to the point of, it was the how and the way in which it was said that made me as a patient, made me as the player, if you like, want to believe in you more. And I put it to you all, if again.
Thanks for watching this video, and if you found it helpful, and if you now find yourself thinking, I wonder what else this person can help me with, head over to paulgough.com/books, where you can find my best-selling books, which will show you how to add more profit to your practice. Or send an email to paul@paulgough.com to ask about how we can help you accelerate the growth and profitability of your clinic. And by the way, if you know anybody who would find this helpful, please share this video out. Thanks so much.